What is going on, everyone? Welcome to G-Ball Vision, your daily source for knife and EDC content. Today, I have an awesome one for you. We are taking a look at several full-size folding knives that would make a great upgrade or addition to your daily rotation. Now, while we're getting started, let me know down in the comments what your EDC is for today. I love seeing what you guys are carrying. We're going to kick the video off with the most affordable knife on this list, and that is the Eutectic Trinity. This is a Liang Ma design. I love this knife and the rest of the knives you see in the video today, linked down below in the description and the pinned comment. This knife is going to come in right at the $85 price point. There are several different variations of this knife that you can pick up. It's going to be coming in at 8.7 inches overall with a 3.6 inch 14C 28N stonewash clip point blade. It is a beautiful blade and finish, nice full-size finger choil. That'll allow you to get up right behind that edge. It's also going to make the knife very comfortable. Love full finger choils like that. We have multiple deployments with the cutout, front or top flipper, and the rear flipper. The detent is tuned really well, and none of these deployment methods feel like an afterthought. They're all executed well. Nice tight jimping. This rolls into some wider jimping, which is really well thought out. Great access to the liner. We have a chamfer and jimping. That is exactly the way I want to see that done. We have textured G10 here. A deep carry clip. It is recessed and it is going to be reversible. The only miss on this knife is they didn't recess or flat top the screws. That hasn't proven to be an issue though, so I'm not going to make it out to be an issue, but that is the only miss on this knife. I think it is an outstanding knife for the price. Now we're going to be taking a look at a knife from a pretty new company who recently put out 3 designs, and they have several more on the way, and that is going to be Monster knives. This is called the Urban Grip. I have had 2 of these knives, and I think they are fantastic. They range between $260 and $285 depending on which version you get. On this particular version, we are going to be looking at $285. This has a beautiful drop point, spear point like blade, going to be coming in M390, done to 60 to 62 on the HRC. The blade length is about 3.6 inches, and this thing is absolutely beautiful. We have a full titanium handle and then a really nice carbon fiber inlay here, and that is going to be the differences between the versions as far as uncoated and coated blades, and then different carbon fibers. We also have a nice milled titanium clip here and a titanium backspacer. We have great access to the lock bar, nice chamfer there. The action on this knife is spectacular. The front flipper is really well executed. The jimping runs all the way up. The flipper is up high enough so that you can get a nice amount of leverage on it and clear the top of that frame. And the detent is stout enough that it really makes a great recipe. And I love a very good front flipper. This is going to be more on that premium end, and it's going to be more on that full size end as well. Next up, we're getting a little crazy with it, but we're going to stick right around that price point depending on the version that you get. And in particular, I'm talking about the Microtech LUDT Generation 3. Now, this is a Generation 2, so it's not a perfect example, but it is an example nonetheless. Those are going to range between 260 and they're going to go up past 300. Just depends on the version you get, but I would say a good base level is 260 to 270 if you don't want anything crazy. And that is going to be for a fully USA made knife, going to be coming in M390. I opted for the partially serrated in my particular LUDT. We have a nice crown spine with some jimping. You're going to get a Microtech build. They have some of the best fit and finish in the production folding game. We have really, really good action on this out the side. One of the best that I have ever handled when it comes to out the side action, and that is no joke. This thing is a hard hitting bugger. We have textured aluminum handles. The new ones are going to have a insert here, and that is going to add a little bit of comfort, a little bit of different comfort to them, and they're also going to have a slight more ramp to the knife blade itself leaving from the handle. Couple of different differences, but not a tremendous amount. And then we're going to have a very standard pocket clip, but this video was a reason to bust this thing out. It is a full-size out the side auto made in the US, and I don't think the price point is all that bad in its base conditions. I mean, the previous knife we looked at came in right around the same price, and that is not USA made. So to get a USA made knife at this price from Microtech is a phenomenal deal. They're going to usually be right about 8 inches with 3.5 inches of blade. And I think I said M390. They are going to be using M390 MK. This is before the MK started, but very similar in how they will perform. One of the best deals, if not the best deals on this particular list, I'm talking about the Tuya Caladan version 2. This is a Jim Skelton or Skelton blade with Tuya collaboration. It is a really cool and unique knife. It's really well done. We have here again a drop point, spear point like S90V hand rub satin blade. This is a beautiful blade here as well. Nice sharpening choil. They are going to have a ton of different variations of this knife, right around that $160 price point. We are looking at a flipper tab for deployment, and it is pretty snappy depending on the way that you operate. If you do a push button, it's going to be good, and a light switch is going to be good, but you want to be kind of distinctive in which one you're doing, I guess. You don't really want to do a combination. We are going to be looking at a full titanium handle here, and this is marbled carbon fiber for those overlays. And then we have a titanium backspacer with a really nice milled tie clip. And then we have really nice access to our lock bar, and that is chamfered and jimped. Closing action is really, really nice, and this is a really good size, and that is a hell of a chunk of S90V. Going to be looking at about 3 3/4 of blade and 8.5 inches overall. Next up, we're going to another USA made knife in the Schrade Radok, and this is a beast of a knife right here, and really surprised me. There are a couple of quirks with this knife, but it has dropped in price since it originally came out. These are going to come in right around the $158 mark. We are looking at 8 3/4 inches overall and 3 3/4 inches of S35VN. We have a beautiful satin finish on that Warncliffe style blade. A nice ramp here with some jimping and a really nice sharpening choil there. Locks you in very comfortably on these marble carbon fiber handles. We are looking at steel liners and a steel pocket clip. My main gripe with this knife was that they should have done something different with the pocket clip, because everything else is really well done. And if you're a right-hander, it really isn't going to matter to you. But for lefties out there who would want to carry this left-handed, you're just not going to be able to, because there is no option to do that. But you have dual thumb studs, you have a crossbar lock, and those are both ambidextrous opening and closing methods. So to have a left-hand option would really make sense, and hopefully Schrade moving forward works the kinks out because they have a ton of potential. But I think this knife, being USA made in the materials it's in, if you're right-handed and really like crossbar locks, at $160, which is $100 less than that Microtech, this is a really good knife for the money. Next up, we're taking a look at one of my favorite full-size knives. I'm talking about the off-grid knife Scorpion. In this case, this is the version 3. The version 2s are no longer available. This is going to be done through Bestech, and we are going to be looking at MagnaCut steel. And as of lately, or as of late testing, Bestech's MagnaCut has been coming in at a steady 62 to 63 on the HRC, which is going to be completely acceptable in my opinion. Now, depending on the version that you get or are looking at, they're going to range from 269 up to 289. It depends on if you get it off their website or if you get it on Amazon. At this current time, they are going to be more affordable on their website, and I think that's going to usually be the case. Now, we are looking at 4 inches of MagnaCut and 9¼ inches overall. Beautiful finish on that drop point blade. It is more of a gray PVD. It looks really good with the blasted titanium handles. We have a couple of inserts here with carbon fiber, and that is going to be on both sides. We have a really nice full-length backspacer made out of titanium, as well as a recessed deep carry titanium fold-over clip, and it is going to be reversible there for our lefty brothers and sisters. This is jimped up the spine of the blade and handle. It makes this knife really comfortable in the gloved or ungloved hand. This thing is going to absolutely melt in your hand if you have a little bit larger hands and like a more premium knife. The Scorpion series is phenomenal. As far as the flipper and detent, it is executed perfectly. It sticks out far enough. The jimping is really well done, and combine that with a stout detent, you are going to get a solid action, and Bestech almost always never lets us down. The off-grid Scorpion V3 is a fantastic pocket knife. Next up, we're going a little old school with this one. This is the Bestech Knives Shodan. This is a Todd knife and tool design. Now, the Shodan is going to range between $230 and $250. It just depends on which version you get. But these weren't always and still aren't the easiest knives to find, but they are more obtainable now than they used to be. I know that Blade HQ has a couple of different variations, but there has been times in the past where you could not locate this knife. We are looking at $246 for this particular version, and we have a 3.8-inch S35VN drop point blade with a beautiful satin finish on it. You can also get these with an uncoated blade, and you can get full titanium handles. When I bought this, I opted for the carbon fiber show side, and then we have a really nice executed, well executed lock bar side. Lots of milling going on, lots of design cues, really well executed from Todd Knife and Tool. I wish we would see a little bit more from them. Nice full finger choil here again, allowing you to choke up. You have a little bit of a guard there. Just makes this knife very comfortable and easy to control. We do have a fuller and cutout along with a rear flipper, and they all work really well. Bestech here again, so we know we're going to be getting a solid product. And we have a milled titanium clip with a titanium geared backspacer here. Love this beast right here, coming in at 8 3/4 inches overall. The Todd Knife and Tool Shodan by Bestech has maintained being one of my favorite full-size knives over the last couple of years. You guys will have to let me know, what was your favorite knife from today's video? I look forward to hearing from you guys. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. That helps push the video out there to more people. If you're new to my channel here and you enjoy knife and EDC content just like this, you're in the right place. Make sure you subscribe or click on that G-Ball Vision logo popping up on your screen. I would love to have you here. You guys have an awesome day. I will catch you on the next one.